Los Alamitos Rossmore Library here for another fun virtual story time. Today we're going to be reading Vote for Our Future, written by Margaret McNamara and illustrated by Micah Player. And we're reading it today with permission from Schwartz and Wade Books, which is part of Penguin Random House. We have a really important election coming up, and I thought it would be really fun to read an important book about voting to kind of help you understand what it's all about. So let's get started. Every 2 years, on the Tuesday after the first Monday of November, Stanton Elementary School closes for the day. For repairs? Nope. For a holiday? Nuh-uh. Maybe for a vacation? No way. Stanton Elementary School closes for Election Day and changes from a school to a polling station. But what's a polling station? A polling station is where people vote. The reason people vote is to choose who makes the laws of the country. We should all vote, said LaToya. We should all vote to make the future better. We can't vote until we turn 18, said Lizzie. So what can we do? The kids of Stanton Elementary School did their research. They looked in books and made notes. They went online and found all kinds of information. They even took a trip to their local election office and picked up forms. I can't wait till I can vote for real, said Amal. Me either, said everybody else. Kids have to live with adult choices. So the kids of Stanton Elementary School were ready to spread the word. Katie and her mom made flyers and handed them out. Don't forget to vote, Katie told one busy dad. I didn't even know there was an election, he said. Well, now you do, Katie said. Can I go with you when you vote? Jasmine asked her big sister. It's a pain to vote. I'm not even registered, added her friend. But it's not hard to register, said Jasmine. You can do it together and I can show you how. And you can see they showed how on Jasmine's sister's phone. Nadia and her auntie went door to door. Voting is a right, Nadia said. A right that women didn't even have 100 years ago. One lady told them, I don't like standing in lines. I don't like lines either, answered Nadia's auntie. But if we stand in line for coffee, or for a movie, or for the bank, I bet we can stand in line to vote, said Nadia. And said the lady, maybe we can. At Jaden's house, the whole family was making their voting plans. Jaden's dad was voting before work, and Jaden's mom was voting after work. I've walked to that polling station every election since I could vote, Jaden's great-grand said. But I can't walk so far anymore. A volunteer can drive you, Jaden said. Let's get you set up, said Jaden's mom. Mia, Noah, and Jamal had a bake sale. Don't forget to vote, Mia said as she handed out change. I'll be away on election day, said one woman. But Mia says, in our state, you can vote early. Or you can vote by mail, said Jamal. The voter guide tells you how. And here's a teenager saying, voting, what's the big deal? And Mia says, people fought wars so we could vote. That's a big deal. And one sad lady said, why should I vote? Nothing ever changes. What's the big difference? And Jamal says, are you kidding? Changes are made every day because people voted. So remember, every vote counts. By the time it was the first Tuesday after the first Monday of November, every kid at Stanton Elementary School had spread the word to their families, to their neighbors, to friends, to strangers, and even friends of strangers. The whole town had a voting plan. And on election day, voters came early in the morning before the sun was up. They waited in line with coffee. They rolled in on wheelchairs. They voted for the first time and for the 50th time. That's a lot of times to vote. They ran in at the last minute. They came with their sons and daughters, their nieces and nephews, their brothers and sisters, and their cousins and friends. And on the first Wednesday after the first Monday of November, all of the votes were counted and recounted. Some people won and some people lost, but the laws of the country started to change. Stanton Elementary School went back to being a school. And here's LaToya in her journal saying, "For a new tomorrow, LaToya for Senate." And the future began to change. And over here is a page that says, "Get out the vote." So when adults vote, they vote for people and causes that they believe in. They vote so that those who speak for us, our local and state representatives, our congresspeople, even our president, will follow policies and make laws that are good for everyone in the country. So these are some of the acts of Congress that helped make the future better. So there's the Postal Service Act, the Civil Rights Act, the Yellowstone National Park Protection Act, Indian Citizenship Act, Air Pollution Control Act of 1955, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, Americans with Disabilities Act, and the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. And here's Mia saying, when you cast your first vote, what kind of future will you vote for? So that was Vote for Our Future. So I hope you feel inspired after reading this book and hearing this story. Make sure everyone goes out and gets their vote in because every vote counts. Thanks for joining me today. I hope your little ones had a little bit of fun learning more information about voting and polling stations. And maybe you'll take the time to look up some of those important acts of Congress that have passed in the past. Until next time, bye.